Dodgers brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. The Dodgers have taken the first 2 games over the Nationals in D.C. The bats stay hot. They go 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They've scored 23 runs in the first 2 games of the series after scoring a total of 23 runs in that 6-game homestand, Jerry, before they headed east. And Tyler Glasnow said, thank you for the support, guys, because he did the rest for 6 innings.
Yeah, Tyler Glasnow was outstanding. Had everything working, but the offense, that is the story once again about this team the last 2 days. They've swung the bats, and you said 7 for 14. You did that in runners in scoring position, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
A whole lot of ball games. You know, scoring runs is a lot about hitting with runners in scoring position. This team did an incredible job today. And Glasnow, hand it to you. Great job, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, gave the chance another great outing. It's good to see that continuing on.
One of the many offensive heroes for the Dodgers today, Andy Pages, he remains scorching hot. 3 more hits, including a home run and 3 RBIs, and he's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Andy, we are only 8 games into this season, and you already have 15 hits. That is the most in Major League Baseball. How would you describe just what it feels like to be you in the batter's box right now?
Ya tenemos 8 juegos jugados y tú estás en primer lugar en hits en las grandes ligas. ¿Qué significa para ti ahorita lo que estás haciendo en el...
Yo creo que bastante feliz de eso, ¿no? Pero como ya dijo, estamos bastante temprano todavía. Simplemente salgo cada día a tratar de coger los mejores picheos posibles y poder conectar la bola bien.
Yeah, super happy about that, you know, but it's really early in the season. Just trying to take good at-bats, put the best plate appearances, and try to get hits when I can.
I know you're keeping your confidence, but what would you say is just the biggest difference at the plate right now?
Tienes mucha confianza ahorita en el plata, pero ¿qué es la diferencia de este año al último año?
Que yo creo que ahora estoy viendo el resultado que hice en el sprint trainer, me siento mejor en mi zona y me siento que obligo a los pitchers a tirar donde yo quiero.
Yeah, you know, I'm seeing the changes, or I'm seeing the differences, or the things that I worked on during spring training, and I'm staying in my zone, and I'm making pitchers pitch to me, and it's been working out.
You had 3 hits today. One of those was a 3-hit homer off of Brad Lord. What were you just seeing in that at-bat specifically?
Sacaste 3 hits hoy y sacaste un jonrón. ¿Qué estabas viendo durante ese bateo?
Simplemente él tiene una buena recta cuando la tira adentro. Traté de buscar algo que estuviera un poquito separado de mí, un poquito arriba, y fue esa bola la que conecté.
Yeah, he has a really good fastball. He likes to work inside. I was trying to get a ball that was a little bit in, but a little bit away from me to be able to connect, and I was able to.
This team had 16 hits again today, 10 runs. Does it feel like you guys are getting hot right now and just feeding off of each other?
16 imparables otra vez de la ofensiva. ¿Ustedes piensan que ya están siguiendo una buena racha todos juntos?
Sí, yo creo que como ya dijo, es bastante temprano, pero se está viendo lo que el equipo puede lograr hacer cada día, y yo creo que lo hemos demostrado.
Yeah, it's been a good 2 days. You know, it's obviously still really early, but the last couple of days you've seen what this offense is capable of.
Well, Andy, an incredible start to this year. Congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
Yeah, quick to remind everybody that it is early in the season. He's not going to hit 500 for the entire season, at least probably not Adrian. He's 15 for 30 right now. But this is the Dodgers' usual number 8 hole hitter. Today he was batting 7th, and it's just incredible to see his start to the year.
It is, and the way he's been hitting is really good. And hitting in the 8th spot is a benefit to him with this great start, because the pitchers have paying so much attention to everybody. When they get to Andy, they're giving him strikes, and he's not missing them. He's staying square. He's staying locked in. He's not trying to do too much with it. And like he said, he's looking for the right pitches and making the pitchers come to him by not chasing out of the zone. He got a fastball. He was looking for a fastball out over right there for the 3-run homer, got his fastball, and didn't try to do too much. Just took a great path to the ball and hit the 3-run homer. So to me, it's about the discipline to make the pitchers come to him, but also understanding, hey, they're going to attack me because of where I'm hitting in the lineup, and I'm going to take advantage, and I'm not going to try to do too much. And that, to me, is what he's benefiting from right now the most.
I just love his approach. He understands who he is as a hitter. When he gets to 2 strikes, he's not looking to pull the ball. He's just looking to put the barrel on the baseball. We saw his last hit. He just put the ball in play, and because he put the ball in play, he got rewarded. And when they make mistakes, he is jumping all over those mistakes. Love the confidence, love a little bit of the swagger, too. Understand, yes, you know, the second half of last year didn't really go his way, but we said it earlier, he was tired. That first full season in the big leagues is mentally taxing. Took the offseason, gained some confidence, and said, you know what, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be ready for a long season, and boys, you're off to a great start. This kid has so much talented offense as well as defense.
8 games into the season, and he leads the league in hits with those 15 right now. Let's head back to the booth at Nationals Park. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Orel Hershiser.
Kind of an instant replay of the first game of this series. The offense does what I think a lot of baseball feared it would do a lot of days and explodes. 10 runs for the Dodgers. They matched yesterday's hit total 16, and they've won this series.
They're not going up against the best pitching staff, but they're taking advantage of guys that they really should be able to hit, and they have. The only difference between yesterday and today was a little less long balls, but it was outstanding again.
Roki Sasaki tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope they give him some support early, kind of calms his nerves, gets him more anxious to get in the strike zone because he's got a lead and just pitch with his fastball. And maybe we can see some split fingers, or what I think he has is a forkball. Ones that he can land in the strike zone and then others that he can put guys away with.
They'll try to follow up what was an impressive start from Tyler Glasnow today. A season-high 9 strikeouts for him, more than anybody's had in the Dodgers staff this year. And he's a winner for the first time this year. So are the Dodgers today, taking the first 2 from the Nationals.
Joe and Orel, thank you. The Dodgers back to their traditional road grays for Game 2 of the series. And Kyle Tucker, this was Adrian's called shot for the day, and this was a sign of things to come, Adrian.
Just a great piece of hitting right there, taking a ball that's sinking away from him and staying through it and getting a nice single up the middle.
Jerry, 2 batters later, Mr. Double himself, Freddy Freeman with another one.
We call him Fab Five Freddy, but I love his bat path here. Rocket into the gap, jumping on that pitch, picking up really where he left off yesterday, barrel to the baseball, in comes Mookie Betts.
Mookie would leave, though, shortly after scoring this run with lower back pain on the right side. So we'll hear Dave Roberts' comments about that coming up. Bottom of the first, Tyler Glasnow on the mound, pitched to James Woods. It was called a ball, but Adrian, Will Smith's going to challenge.
Will knows where the pitch is. He knew where that pitch was. He knew it was strike 3 right off the bat. He was getting ready to throw the ball to third base right after he caught it, so he knew it was a strike.
The entire ball was in the zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Doug Eddings missed that one, but that's why we have the ABS. Top 2, runner on for Shohei Ohtani, Jerry.
The Big Show. Rocked it to the right side. Great swing from the Big Show. Got runners in first and third, 1 out. We got action.
Dodgers do have action. Later in the inning, bases loaded. Miguel Rojas has taken over for Mookie Betts at short, and he gets a sacrifice fly, Adrian.
Just a great piece of hitting, staying through this ball right here. He had a 2-1 count, was ready for something in the zone that he could hit deep to the outfield to drive that run in. Did a great job, not trying to do too much, just bring the run in and keep the line moving.
And keep the line moving. Freddy Freeman, Jerry, with his second 2-run double.
Just misses a bomb. Again, Freddy Freeman, we know he's been driving the ball. Now he's starting to get rewarded for it. 2-run double, head down on contact. Such a pretty swing.
550th career double. That passes his former teammate Chipper Jones, 32nd on the all-time list. Bottom 2, Glasnow gets C.J. Abrams.
Yeah, we talk about getting ahead right there, 1-2 count, makes him chase that great curveball of his. Just a great outing all around from Glasnow.
Dials up the heater there, top of the zone to get Curtis Mead. 1-2-3 second inning. Top of the third, Alex Call back in D.C., getting his first start of the year against his former team. And, Jerry, he's going to challenge that called strike 3. It would have ended the inning.
Outstanding job, Call, understanding the strike zone, and, of course, he challenges it, and it is a ball.
It is a ball, so he has new life. The inning continues. And Adrian, he's going to take advantage of that new life.
Oh, he loves it, being able to take advantage right here. Just putting the ball in play with a 3-2 count. Gets jammed a little, but puts it in the right spot. Andy Paez coming to score. Great job on that challenge and taking advantage.
6-0, Dodgers. Bottom of the third, Glasnow facing Wood again. Swinging.
That breaking ball, 3-2 breaking ball. Having the confidence to throw it for a strike, that's a perfect pitch.
Next batter, Luis Garcia Jr. That pitch wasn't even a strike, and somehow he turns it around, hits it into the right field corner.
Tell you what, he could hit, man.
Just a great piece of hitting, getting on top of a fastball right there.
Jose Vidro back in the day?
Brady House called strike 3. Fifth of the game.
Perfect executed pitch right there. Great cutter to the outer corner.
Bottom of the fourth, still 6-1. Dodgers runner on second for Curtis Mead. And that curveball is left up a little bit. He hits it down the line to score Abrams.
It's not a bad pitch. Outer corner, just he was able to get barrel on it and find the hole.
So it is a 6-2 game. Corby Beavas. Down he goes. Back to the curveball.
There's that pitch again. Breaking out of the zone, getting the chase.
Drew Millis, another one.
We talked about that curveball being a big factor today in the pregame, and it sure did. It paid off by using that curveball to get those 9 strikeouts.
Top of the 5th, Will Smith leads off the inning. That one's going to get down for a base hit, center field.
Staying inside the baseball.
Brings up Max Muncy. Max Muncy's got himself a base hit.
Good to see him get on the board with a knock here. Rocket to right center field. Nice staying balance. Great swing.
Adrian, that sets up Andy Pages with 2 on, his 3rd home run of the year.
Got a 1-1 count, got a pitch out up in the zone, and is able to stay inside of it. He said he was going to look for something middle away right there, ran middle in, but he stayed inside the baseball and got on top. He was looking fastball. You can see how he got on top of that ball. Backspin, 3-run homer. Great job. Kid's doing an incredible job to start the year.
Really busting this game open with that 3-run shot, makes it 9-2. Glasnow still out there in the bottom half of the inning, facing House and getting another strikeout.
On a breaking ball as well, 2-2 breaking ball. The depth of that breaking ball just so nasty. And he gets the fastball right on the corner. Perfect pitch. 9th punch out of the game. He's through 6. Top 7, Alex Call.
Familiar surroundings there at Nationals Park, just slaps it the other way for a double.
How about that 2-strike approach? Big hole to the right side, make sure he barrels the baseball, rocket double, AC.
Tucker, that one is through for a base hit.
Yeah, I mean, the guys did a great job with runners in scoring position like you see here. Also just staying inside the baseball all day long. Nobody tried to pull the ball. They stayed within themselves and were able to get a lot of RBI knocks with runners in scoring position.
10th run of the game, Tanner Scott in the 7th inning, Jerry, facing James Wood. And how about Miggy Rowe at short?
From his backside. Great job. This is why you always practice your core. You never know when you're going to use your core. Went from the backside. Accurate throw to Freddy Freeman. Athlete.
Good stuff there from Rojas. Dodgers get the win on this Saturday. 10-5 is the final, improving to 6-2 on the season. Tyler Glasnow picks up his first win, going 6 innings, allows 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Andy Pages 3 for 5, his 3rd home run, 3 RBIs, also stole a base in this game. And Freddie Freeman 2 for 5 with a couple of doubles, 4 runs batted in. Here's what's coming up on the calendar. One more with the Nationals tomorrow as the Dodgers go for the sweep at 10:30 a.m. Then it's off to Toronto for the first time since Game 7 of the World Series. They'll play 3 with the Blue Jays before returning home Friday to play the Texas Rangers on Shohei's greatest game bobblehead night. All of these games right here on Sportsnet LA. The Dodgers offense continues to roll. That's 23 runs on 32 hits in 2 days in Washington, D.C. Another home run by Andy Pages. Plenty of reaction coming up. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Carl's Jr. moment of the game. It's Andy Pages. Stay hot, 44, his 3rd home run of the season.
I love the bat path, love the swing, love the maturity at the plate. He'll go the other way, but if you leave something out over the plate, he'll do this to you. 3-run bomb, MV Pages.
I like that. Saw what you did there in the middle of the 8th inning. It's got a good sound to it. Well, he's least in the leader in the clubhouse after 8 games.
8 games.
5% of the season. Dodgers win at 10-5. Let's go back to Washington, D.C., though. Hear from Dave Roberts, an update on Mookie Betts and more.
It was on running the bases, scoring on that double. And so we're going to get some testing right now, and we'll know more later. But it's certainly more moderate than, significant. So, like I said, we'll know more tomorrow.
Were you the one that spotted that? It looked like you kind of pointed at him when he was coming back to
No, I was actually talking about his at-bat that I thought spurred that inning, and then I got wind later that, he had a sore back.
Unlikely to play tomorrow.
Yep, unlikely to play tomorrow.
And how about the turf? And,
That's right. That's right. So I think right now I don't want to get too far ahead of what we're going to do, but, we'll see. We'll huddle up and see if we need to get a player here to protect against us, and if the MRI, depending on how the MRI comes. But, yeah, he certainly won't be playing the next couple of days, I would assume.
the MRI tomorrow morning?
Tonight. Yes.
Given kind of the defense he was playing, I mean, the power he kind of showed at Dodger Stadium, hitting that one to the opposite field, just kind of how disappointed are you for him?
Yeah, disappointed for him because, we're sort of starting to get going a little bit, and, the way he's playing defense, and he's a big part of what we do. And so, anytime you miss, it's going to take some time to kind of get your footing. So I'm disappointed for him, but hopeful that it's not long-term.
I know you gave Taylor the day off today, but does this kind of underscore maybe that with some of the more veteran guys that you kind of have to mix in those days off and stuff?
I think so, and I think that's a good thing. It's also nice when you can plug Alex Call in and feel good about the defense and the at-bats. And tomorrow I'm going to give Kyle the day off and insert Alex and again. And so I think kind of getting ahead of it, knowing you want to kind of take care of guys and rest them when needed to also keep guys relevant is important.
Did you know if it started hurting him as he was running, or when he kind of got back to the dugout where
he felt it? He felt it as he was running.
All right, so Dave Roberts calling it more moderate than significant. But Adrian, when the Dodgers announced that it was not lower back soreness, but actually lower back pain on the right side, I think everybody instantly got a little bit concerned that this could be something a little bit more serious.
It sounds kind of like a stinger to me, the way, especially when I saw him kind of get close to home plate. I feel like, and this is just me speculating, he was gonna think about sliding, and then he didn't slide. And when he made a little move to slide, and then he kind of stood up. I think that's when he tweaked it right there, right around here. I think that's when he tweaked it a little bit. Sometimes when you're running and you're thinking one thing, you position yourself, and then you realize I don't need to do it. It can do that to you. I don't think it's a big thing. I think it's more like a stinger, something that might be there for a day or two. Just kind of calm it down, let him rest, let him relax, and hopefully he'll be there towards the end of the series in Toronto.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, making sure it calms it down. Now, I wonder if he felt that sharp pain going down your leg. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever, I know you've experienced that.
So has Adrian.
That's what I'm kind of wary of that. So hopefully it's just one of those things. It's a stinger, maybe a couple days, get off your feet a little bit, and hopefully that's just the issue.
Yeah, I will say, though, the one thing is the fact that they said right side, because if it was just tightness, if it was that could be anywhere, it could be more just back tightness. But because they focused on the right side with the comment, I feel like it's more like a stinger.
Yeah, well, we'll see once we get some more news from the Dodgers and their medical staff on Mookie Betts in the coming couple of days. 2 more doubles for Freddy Freeman. He is past Chipper Jones for 32nd on the all-time doubles list. We will hear from Freddy when we come back. 11 strikeouts today. That's more like it after a couple days of not giving away any free food. You can celebrate tomorrow by going to Jack in the Box. Pick up a free Jumbo Jack with a purchase of a large drink at an LA area location. Today, Tyler Glasnow took care of it all by himself as he had 9 strikeouts in the win over the Washington Nationals. So the all-time doubles list in Major League history, Freddie Freeman passing his good friend and former teammate Chipper Jones for 32nd on the all-time list. Look at the other names. There's just a who's who of great players in Major League history. Speaking of Freddie, he's talking about it with Kirsten Watson.
Well, Freddie, of course, the home run yesterday, a couple doubles today. When you look at just kind of where your swing is at, now seeing the results, how do you kind of describe the feel for you at the plate?
Yeah, there's a lot more before the game today. I haven't really liked the last few games, even though I did hit the home run yesterday. So there's a lot of no stride, bat between my feet kind of drills this morning. So it's nice to see that pay off. But, we'll get back at it tomorrow. And definitely nice to see some balls in the right center field gap and not at the first baseman.
Now, I know you like to keep stats of your teammates. How much are you keeping your stats, especially when it comes to the doubles you now have?
Well, David just told me on the field. So, 550. So, I like I said on the field, as I've gotten older, I do appreciate what I've been able to accomplish. So, hopefully I got a lot more in my future, but 550 is definitely pretty cool.
Good to be passing Chipper Jones. I mean, obviously he's someone who had a lot of impact on your career. Does that mean is that something to you?
I don't know. I haven't really got that. I'm sure, yeah, I would say so. I know he'll respond with he still got me in homers. So, but yeah, Chipper's meant a lot to me. A lot of my approach and the inside of the line of the batter's box, just trying to keep my hands through it. He's the one that told me that. He told me to hit the ball through the wall, not over the wall. So there's a lot of things that I took from him when I first came up. So he definitely meant a lot to me early on in my career.
offense was inevitable the other night. Has it felt that way the last couple of days?
Obviously, much better the last couple of games. Like I said, it was the first week. We're going to be fine. But when you get guys on, it was nice to get some big throughout hits. I just hope Mook's okay. But it's good to see the offense. Guys get on base, take their walks. Alex Call hadn't played in a week, and he's up there getting multiple hits. Just the depth of our team and lineup was on display today.
Tyler Glasnow went 6 innings, allowed 2 earned runs. He punched out 9. We will hear from today's winning pitcher next.
Well, Tyler, just looking at this outing, feels like you were getting ahead of the count. You were cruising along. How would you just kind of say you were feeling as you were navigating through their lineup?
Good. I think the beginning was a little bit more four-seam heavy with the curveball, and I think as the game went on, just a little bit more left-right stuff, the two-seam, a couple sliders. But yeah, I think I leaned on heaters a good amount today and some timely curveballs for sure.
When you look at just your first 2 outings of the season, I mean, do you feel like you're personally kind of just building on each one and considering what you've been able to provide, the depth, the results? Just does it feel like you're kind of pushing yourself in a different way as well?
Yeah, I think I feel good, and I think each start I'm just trying to take that into the next week and build off of it, and I think this last start and this start were pretty consistent, so I'm just trying to keep it going.
How you use the sequencing in the pitch mix, how does knowing that the rest of your pitchers are playing up allow for the curveball to be that strikeout pitch?
Yeah, I think today I kind of lost feel for it towards the end, but I do think if I'm throwing other stuff and like kind of getting lefties inside, showing it away, and then I just think the curveball, I'm not showing it so frequently. I think guys definitely, if it's coming out of the same tunnel, will swing at it. But yeah, I think early on for strikes, and then later I kind of only had it as a strikeout, but I do think it opens it up quite a bit.
Roki Sasaki will take the mounds tomorrow morning for the series finale in D.C. Dodgers going for the sweep. We'll have a game preview straight ahead. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you in part by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.